today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series. And at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
On the opening play, here's Ryan. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
And there's a first down catch for Paris Campbell. What a welcome sign for Colts fans who've been waiting for this guy's eventual breakout. Came into the league as a second rounder in 2019 with almost 4.2 speed. Injuries? They've limited him to 15 games in 3 seasons, but the Colts still believe there's a star burner in there if he can stay out there for 17 games.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. Here's Ryan. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. 21 yards there on third down. First and 10, Taylor now. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
Taylor into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Titans at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Being chased out left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass down.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
It's the former Buckeye Paris Campbell out with the rest of the offense here. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 30 on second down, Ryan got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From the gun, it's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Ryan. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Blankenship's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. The Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, it's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off play action, Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I'm trying to take
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Henry again on second down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again, Ryan. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
To throw again on second down. Ryan gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Now it's Ryan. Open man is QT, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Ryan will throw again. That ball caught by Campbell. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Ryan. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They begin with Henry. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And he will have a Titans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now up to 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 2 touchdowns. 1:47 on the clock. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down.
Pass complete to Allie Cox.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Ryan. Catch made here by Campbell. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Fields.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Fields' throw is on target to Burks.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
On play action, Fields.
He completes it to Beckham. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
To throw is Fields.
Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Back to throw, Fields.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Jeudy.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Titans, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0.
And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Colts, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our
today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On play action, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and that might be Titan football. It is. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here comes the Titans offense. They'll start with great field position.
They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Inside handoff, Henry.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wentz.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Henry up the middle. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's got some space here.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 93 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Titans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2nd down and 3. From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Wentz going to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their 1st points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st, as he can only get this to the 30. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line.
Wentz.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. On the return is Williams. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Fields. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. A handoff running left, Henry.
104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have come to halftime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. He's got a man complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. To throw is Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. A give running right, Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Fields now to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off play action, Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
in the third quarter here in D.C. A 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now it's Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Fields throwing again. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Back to throw again. Touchdown! Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Commanders' offense set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wentz steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
That one complete out to Dotson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now Wentz again. Forced out to his left. And a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. That's reeled in by Claypool. What a catch. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields buying time to his left. This will be caught. Judy. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. That one goes for 24 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. 6 yards left on second down. Fields. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Bullock good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys already.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Throwing now is Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will take over possession here up at the 44. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one. And how about him culminating with a pick six?
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And the Washington offense going back to work. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Wentz now on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wentz to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Thomas has got it, complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Tennessee, They improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the loss will move them back to 3-2.